everyone. I'm Krishan Jagota. I'm your host for today. On behalf of ADI, let me welcome you all to this beautiful evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're sitting in. And I hope your lockdown was good. I hope your unlockdown is going good as well. And I hope you're all safe and healthy. And so is your immediate family and your friend circle. Today, on behalf of ADI, we are very happy to have with us Bhavna. Bhavna is from Pidilite right now, and she's the content head for the adult art and craft vertical. She's somebody who started learning art at very early age from her mother, who's a fine artist herself, but she didn't pursue it as a career initially. She, in fact, went on to study hospitality. Yeah, hospitality, and that too, she did an MBA in international hospitality from a university called University of Perpignan. And she's also an ex-chef, and that's where the creative Kida in her came out, and she wanted to get back in the zone of creating things. And after doing it for about 13 years, you know, she got into making art, and since the past 9 years now, she's been making art as a freelancer, and now the last 4 years she's been working with Pidilite, and she designs a lot of DIY cool stuff based on problems that people have and beliefs that are shared from consumers and from artists alike. So at Pidilite, she heads the adult art and craft vertical, and today she's with us, and I would request her now to turn on her video and just talk to us a little bit and then initiate this workshop. For everybody else, just a small instruction. If you have headphones on, it helps. And hopefully you've brought in all the materials that were required for the workshop. So yeah, Bhavna, can we see you on camera now?
Krishan, you have to give me
Yeah.
permission to put my video on.
Sure, I'll do that. Yeah, now you can do that.
Not yet.
Anshu, could you help with this? We have requested Bhavna. Yeah, there.
There. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So welcome,
Hi, guys.
Bhavna. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And we're really excited to see what's to come now. All yours.
Hi, guys. A very warm welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for joining in. Apart from being a chef, I've been a trainer for quite some time. And believe me, every workshop, every training that I used to start with used to begin with a small icebreaker. And before this workshop, I was just checking, quick icebreakers for an online workshop, because I really wanted to know you all, do an icebreaker and start off with whatever amazing stuff we are going to do today. But alas, I could not find anything. So I was like, okay, fine. Let me ask you, whether you can guess my previous profession. But Krishan has already told you, so the cat is out of the hat. And let me start with introducing myself again and what we really do at Pidilite. So I'm Bhavna. I make a lot of content for Pidilite for Fevicryl, which is all about colors, which is about a lot of clay work, which is about a lot of different products that we use in art and craft. And what do we do is we design the DIYs. Now, you might have heard or might not have heard about DIY designing. In fact, it is the same process that we follow as other designers. We get a problematic, we get a brief, we are told that there is a new launch, or there is a certain product which is not selling well, or in a certain area there is an occasion which is coming up, or something which is trending internationally. So we research on that, we do a brainstorming, we do ideation, and we come up with various ways in which we can make different things which a person sitting at home can also do. So that is do it yourself. And we design those DIYs day in, day out. I have a team working with me. And what exactly is the process? As I said, we do a lot of research. We have followed the trends like biophilia. We have Japandi. We have we have hyperpastiche, etc., which we adapt into the DIYs too, because these projects go to various institutes also, wherein the future designers, they know how well with very, very simple products they can create something which is completely out of the box. So yes, this is in brief what do we do at Pidilite. And let's move on to the core product that I am showcasing today and we'll be learning about, that is molded in its current avatar. So this is what a molded pack looks like. Let me tell you a brief history about molded. Molded was not molded. Molded's grandfather is M-Seal. I hope all of you have heard about M-Seal. And do you know what M in M-Seal stands for? M in M-Seal. Any guesses? Anyone? You can.
Molding seal.
M for
Sorry?
magic.
Magic. That's a good one, but I'm sorry,
Molding.
that's not the correct one.
Molding seal.
Molding seal, no. Any more guesses? M in M-Seal.
Guys, you can unmute yourself before you guess. M for...
Or you can put it in the comment box too.
you can type it.
I'll send you a chocolate. I'll courier a chocolate across to the person who guesses it. And for magic, no, not master. So M, shall I tell you? Any more guesses? Okay, M in M-Seal, multipurpose, mix? No. Mend? No. Do you know what M-Seal is used for? I hope everyone knows what M-Seal is used for. M-Seal is used a lot in plumbing, mural, waterproofing, leaks, perfect, sealing and joining. That's a nice one, sealing and joining. So M-Seal, M in M-Seal stands for Mahindra. It is a product that Pidilite got from Mahindra. It was developed initially by Mahindra. Yes, Mahindra, the ones who manufacture a lot of vehicles. And the M-Seal was developed by Mahindra for the purpose of sealing some joints in the engines. And it was supposed to be a trade product. It was not supposed to be a retail product. And they did not have a very, very good market for that, not a very good response. And incidentally, Pidilite saw some, I would say, some future for this product, and they bought it, M-Seal. And still, we have M-Seal, M as Mahindra in a Pidilite product, and M-Seal became a very niche product to a very, very, very popular product. Like the sales of M-Seal currently runs into crores. So M-Seal is the grandfather of molded. So it's not a new product. It's about a couple of decades old product. And what exactly made us make molded was Mr. Ranjan Kapoor. He was one of the promoters, and he was also into advertising industry. He started molding small little figurines from M-Seal, and M-Seal being molded very quickly. It used to set also very quickly, and it used to look beautiful. You know, small little figurines, black color figurines. So there was a gentleman who said that why not? Why should we introduce this to our hobby community? We have got a very, very huge community, online community as well as on-ground community, hobby community. And we introduced M-Seal to the community as something that they can mold with, like a clay, epoxy. So we got an insight that this is fine, but it is black in color. So we want something which is white, on which we can paint easily. Then a white M-Seal was introduced, but it used to dry pretty quickly. So during the course of the workshop, you'll see that, you need to really work slightly quickly because it dries quickly, but M-Seal dries even quicker. That's what one of the USP of M-Seal is. And after that, what happened? There was the birth of a product which is called Shilpkar, which has been yes, Shilpkar is, I would say, Shilpkar is the product which has now been rebranded as Molded. So we added a bit of titanium white in the mix, re-engineered the product to have a longer drying time, which was you know which suited the need of the hobbyist. So here is Molded, which was known as spherical Shilpkar, and which was based on something which is called MC, right? So MC, hero of a product, like probably it is one of my most favorite products. And why I'll say it is a hero of a product, because you can do basically anything under the sun with Molded. You can mold practically anything, be it jewelry or a figurine or a show plate or anything at all. Or even if you want to put hooks on your plates, you can use a bit of Molded, and you can do that. So it is a hero of a product, and you'll see why in a short duration from now. So let me take you into the world of MC Molded magic. Krishan, can you just play the video for me now?
Yeah. Anshu, you'll have to spotlight my video.
So all these have been made using Molded jewelry. Best sort of waste, and a mask. Isn't it wow? Like that is the reason Molded is my favorite product, because I get a creative idea, and I'm like, the first thing, the go-to product for me is Molded, and because of the versatility of the product, I really love it. So probably I'm going overboard with my love for Molded, but actually you need to try it to experience it, and then you get to know what exactly you can do more with Molded. Okay. So for this workshop, it is pandemic time. We have not been going to the office, and I was thinking, what exactly can we do in this workshop? So while I was doing a few projects to show you in the workshop, I had some Molded which was left over. We have to do the plates today, and of course we'll be doing that. But with the leftover Molded, what exactly can you do? So yes, see. There is a little mask which has been made on a diary cover. You just don't need to, you just stick it directly, and you get a nice little eclectic mask. Wabi sari. So spoons, I had little wooden sticks which were there with notes. I really like this. So what I have done, I have put a bit of molded and I have made a ladle out of it. I'll be keeping it, I'll be painting it and keeping it on my center table in a different style. I have to paint all of these. And this is my, can you guess what this is? This is it's an empty bottle of my thyroid medicine. So I made a small little alien out of it from molded. This is a bouquet made on a pebble. So this may seem very difficult, but believe me, it is very easy. So shall we start? Give me a yes, maybe.
Yes, please start.
Yes. Okay, let's begin. So how many of you have molded with you? Would you be doing it along with me?
So for those of you who have molded with you, please, you can turn on your videos as well, yeah? So Bhavna can also see you and instruct you.
If you have molded along with you, I'll pace myself accordingly. If you don't have molded with you, then I'll go a bit faster. So anything works, both of these work. No? Yes, you have.
Lovely. People have started unpacking it, unwrapping it. Amazing.
Okay, amazing.
Tanvi is here. Diganta Vijay is here.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. We have about 4-5 people already ready with the product. Great.
Right.
Everybody, one thing in common I see in the background is some artwork or the other. At least on the cupboard or on the wall or something around. So all creative designers are here. Tanvi, we can't see your video for some reason. Maybe you can try reconnecting.
All right, guys, please do not open the molded packet yet. I'll tell you when to do it because I want to show you a few techniques and then you can open packs. Okay, as I said, it dries very quickly, so one needs to be very, very careful while using molded. We have got a very short duration in which we can mold it perfectly. Okay, now this has got two parts. So one is called a hardener. The darker one is the hardener and the lighter one is the resin. Don't open now, Sabina. Just wait for 5 minutes. I'll tell you when to open, okay? So these two parts should be mixed in equal quantities. You should always mix these two parts in equal quantities. Otherwise, you will get a product which never dries. So just be very careful when you're mixing. You need to be very, very, very vigilant about the quantities that you are mixing. Okay. So if you want to use half the packet, you can cut it, put both the packs together and cut it simultaneously so that you get equal quantity of molded of resin and hardener. Okay. The second bit is you need a working area, which is probably a plastic because molded sticks. It sticks to surfaces, it sticks to wood, it sticks to different surfaces, and it is permanent, right? So if you drop this, probably it will never break because it's molded. It's really permanent. Okay. The third thing is it is slightly sticky, so one needs to apply a bit of talcum powder on the hands while mixing so that it does not stick together. So how do you mix it? Is very simple. You just mix it like this. Okay, just use your palms and mix it. You're able to see me mixing it. I'm only using my palms and I am folding and mixing it together. So you have to mix it till the time you get a product which has no dark streaks. It is a uniform color product, uniform color dough. Okay. Does it take time to mix? Probably a minute or two, and that's all about it. When we will do the plate, we'll be mixing 3 molded packets together. So either you can mix all of them together or you can mix them one by one and mix the 3 balls together at the end, dough balls. Whenever you feel that, the mold is sticking to your hands, please apply a bit more of talcum powder, and voila, there. I have something which is there. It's perfectly done. Can you see this? There are no dark streaks in this, and it is ready to be molded. Okay. Now we'll be doing something different for the plates, but I'll just show you a few techniques. These are clay modeling techniques. They are not molded techniques. We would not call them modeling techniques. But in short, I'll show you quickly, very, very quickly, what are these clay modeling techniques. Okay. Now, one technique is called a pinching technique. The first one is called a pinching technique. For example, there is a dough ball here. Okay. And you have to make a bird, or create something, create a flower. Okay, so what you do is you use your thumb and your finger and you pinch the dough. Okay, this looks more like a starfish than a flower, but this is what pinching technique is. I'll make beautiful roses if you got time and show you how this pinching technique works to make roses. But this is pinching technique. The second technique is coiling technique. Okay, for coiling technique, it requires a bit of patience, and this is probably one of the most beautiful techniques, and we make a lot of DIYs using these techniques. Okay, so what you do is you take a bit of molded and you roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, and make coils. So the wand of the alien has been made using coiling technique. Okay, so don't worry if the molded breaks in between. You can always join it together later on. But try maintain equal pressure throughout your coil to get a uniform output. So this is coil. It's a coil. You can wrap it around anything. You can make a freestanding structure also with a coil. That's you can do very many. One of the most famous art forms that we do with coiling technique is Lippen art, and although it is a mud art, many people in India use molded at the moment to do this mud art. Okay, so first one is pinching, second one is coiling. The third one is very easy. That is called stamping. You have molded. Okay, you make a base, a thick base, and you can use anything, practically anything for stamping. So if you have a stamp like this, you can use this, or you can use different things for stamping. Say for example, you can even use a pasta. That's a fusilli pasta. You can just press it and you get a same image on molded. This can also be used for designing different types of DIYs, right? And the fourth one is making a slab. This is a slab. You roll the dough and make a slab. This is a slabbing technique which we will do today, right? So for this, now you have to, for this technique, you have to open 3 packets of molded and make a dough like this. So let's start. 3 packets of molded and make the dough. Shall we start? Sabina, 3 packets of molded. So we saw foiling technique, pinching technique, stamping, and making a slab. Tell me when you're done. I hope you have all the material ready. You have a plate with you. You have your working area ready with a plastic sheet. You have talcum powder with you. You have a pin or probably a toothpick. You can look around your house, and see what brilliant shapes you can actually use to create impressions on molded and create something which is really nice and different. Okay, so I'm mixing all the 3 packets together because my plate is slightly bigger, and I'll be needing 3 packets. If your plate is smaller, then you can use 2 packets also. And what you need to do is you need to mix it together, right? And for the plate, you need to prepare the plate also. Either you can put because molded can stick on ceramic also, so we don't want molded sticking there and mama or our help shouting at us. So what do is we put some powder, talcum powder on it, or you can use Vaseline, or you can actually rub it with oil so that molded does not stick to the base. Size of each packet you using, it's 50 grams. So you get 25 grams of epoxy and 25 grams of resin. Right? So prepare your plate, keep it aside. Because there is too much of molded, I use my fingers also to knead it properly. And just knead it, ensure that it is mixed uniformly, and prepare your working area too. So for that also, we need some talcum powder so that it does not stick to the surface. Okay, if you don't want to make any impressions on molded, you just want to create a plate, you can do that also, and you can paint it later on. So if you have a molded plate, you can paint it with acrylic colors, and you can get beautiful, very nice rustic looking plates. Okay, so that is also one possibility here. So it's being molded. Just see that it does not get very, very big cracks. You have to mix it to that point that it is smooth. It's almost done. And then we'll start the rolling. Okay, so done. You're done? Have you mixed it together? I remember playing with atta, the dough that mom used to knead whenever I'm mixing molded, and I remember my childhood days. It's too much of nostalgia. All right, so there's the dough and done. Very good, Bharti. You got rolling pin with you? Do you have a rolling pin? So I did not have a rolling pin, in fact, and what I saw that, probably I can take out one of these pipes, wooden rods, and I can use this as a rolling pin to roll my molded. So there it goes. You roll it, roll it, roll it, and you roll it to the thickness that you want. Please do not let it be too thick, because then your plate will be very heavy. You don't want your plate to be very heavy, and it should not be too thin either. It should be around, I would say, around 0.5 mm, 0.3 mm to 5 mm, because that's the ideal size right? So I almost have the slab. Are you doing it with me? Do you have the slab now? Done? Easy? Now what you have to do is, I did not do this. I'll put some talcum powder on the plate. Okay? And I'll lift up the slab and I'll put it on the plate. So you can do two things. You can put it on the reverse side of the plate, or you can put it on top of the plate. Now there are some portions which are not exactly being covered by the slab. So what I do is, molded has got great tensile strength. So what I do is I pinch the corners and I ensure that it covers the side of all the sides of the plate. Got it? So it's like making a pie. I presume, if you wouldn't have made a pie, you would have seen someone making a pie. Many of us follow MasterChef Australia, so it's like that. It's almost like making one nice yummy pie. Yeah, we are doing our yummy plate. Voila. So there I have my base ready. So you need to be very careful about the edges. They should be clean, they should be neat. So what you can do is, you can do two things. Is you can, take some talcum powder again and rub your finger on the edges like this. You can rub your finger like this and you'll see your plate edges getting smoother. Cool. Done. Sabina, Bharti, are you done? Shall I move ahead? Before I move ahead, I've got some molded left and I don't want to get this, I don't want to waste this at all. So what do? As I promised, I'll show you how to make a rose. You can use only a drop of water. Don't use too much of water. Yes, I had put some talc on the plate, but so what do? How do you make a rose is very, very easy. You make small little roundels like this. Okay. Not on molded, nope. On the plate. Molded already has got some talc below. I mean, it was there on the surface. So put it on the plate. It will be easier for you to take it off. Okay. So how do you make a rose? So I've made 5 to 6 dough balls like this. And what do I do with this is I make a teardrop shape like this. Okay, just roll one of the edges and make a teardrop shape like this. Okay, and pinch the other balls. So what you get is you get a flat petal like this, and what you do is you wrap it around the teardrop shape. And you keep on doing something similar, and what you get is a beautiful rose. So we'll do this fatafat because I don't want my plate to dry, and it will be slightly difficult to make a pattern on the plate if it dries off. All right. Was it easy? Easy peasy. You can put a tar, you can put a wire, you can put a small little stick here, and you can actually do a lot of things. You can use it in your decor, you can give it to your mama, you can give it to your friend, and you can actually, the possibilities are immense. Now, what do we do with a plate? So, there are different things that you can do with a plate. You can draw. The first thing that you need is a pencil to draw a design. I'm not restricting you to anything. You can draw anything under the sun. If you like penguins, you can draw penguins. You like owls, you can do owls. You can do a lizard. You can do birds. You can do literally anything. So what do you want me to do? I really like owls. So shall I do owls? Is it okay if I do owls? Yeah, something which is very easy. You can even do cats. You can do anything. And okay, you want me to do a bird or an owl? Owls? Okay, yes, let's go. So how do you start with an owl? What does owl has? Owl has very big eyes, but it has got a very big head too. So what do is we take a pencil. Okay, guys, please be sure that the pencil is not very sharp, because it will create a very, very sort of unsightly impression on your molded plate. So the pencil should not be very sharp. So what do is I make an owl, right? So I make a big head, and then I make a body, right? My owl. Now, if you do something like, a line is haywire, what you do is you take some more talc and you rub it over the line, and you'll see it has molded is that magical that it has disappeared. Your wrong line has disappeared. Okay, so what are we doing here is you're making owl, you're making big eyes, we are making a nose, we are making 2 wings. You can do your own design. I want to see your design. Let's see. What do you do? Okay. You do small ears, otherwise it'll look like a cat. Mine is looking more like a cat now. Okay, and then what do is we make 2 feet. And if you want to write something, I'm an owl, I'll love you, or whatever you can write, or you can make a few clouds with a pencil. Okay. Now, after that, I hope it's clear till now. Take anything which is sharp. I've taken an old knife, and what do I do is I make an impression on the border. Why do I do this? I'll tell you in a while. It is for my color to go and settle inside. Okay, I make an impression on the border, and I try rubbing extra molded from all around. Okay. Now I need to do something extra for the eyes. So what do I have here? I have an old cap of ball pen. What do I do is I make eyes. And I create impression on the wings also with the same. I'll show you this. I'll show this to you in a while. Just give me 1 second. Who thought that, something which was about to be thrown away can be used to create so many interesting and different patterns? Right. So what do I do now is, when you mold it is slightly dry, just do the lines once again, because it will give you more uniformity. When you do it when it's very wet, it would not be very uniform. So you need to do it once more afterwards. Okay. So I'm doing it again. And I'll make another impression. I'm just searching for something interesting. I'll make an impression with probably this. Onto my molded plate. Okay. And I want in the center, I'll make some lines with knife again.
Bhavna, there's a question asking, do we make deep grooves?
Not very deep. So just ensure that your whatever you are using to make the grooves does not go through and through. You should not feel the plate below. Otherwise, you can make it deep enough. Okay. So now what I want is, I want a bit of impression for the ears also. And if at all I want to create something more around, So probably if I want to create some more design, so here I have, okay, there. Necessity is the mother of invention. What do I have? I have a cap of fabric glue. I have a cap of glass color. So what do? Is I create impressions with those also. I can create different impressions on my molded plate. With that, I can use the same thing and make. Can you see me? Can you see the owl?
Actually, your plate
No.
is very bright.
Very bright.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. I need to do the eyes properly. And if you want to create more drama in your plate, what you can do is, see, visible?
Nope.
No?
Can you show it on the other camera maybe? You'll have to start the camera for that one. I'll spotlight that.
It's not visible?
Better. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, just a moment. Let me.
One second.
Is it more visible here?
Just give me a second. I'll just spotlight that video. Where are you? Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yes, we can see now.
Okay.
Super.
So these are some of the impressions that you can make using anything that you find in the house. You can use a knife, you can use a spoon. In fact, I wanted to show you how easily you can use a spoon to make a very good impression. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'll roll the dough again. I'll show you how you can do that. You can use a spoon to make a very nice little impression. You can make a mandala with a spoon. So there I have my make do rolling pin, and what do is I roll it till the time I can to appropriate thickness. Okay, it's okay. So this is a spoon. I've used a steel spoon because it has got tensile strength to create a very, very good impression. So there you go. You just use the tip of the spoon and you can actually make a very nice little impression with this. Okay, or I'm folding it and you use half of it, and again I don't know whether it will be visible or not, but can you see the impression? When you put color in this, because of the grooves, it will come out. The impression will come out better. All right. So
just give me 1 second. I want to spot. Can you please show the video again, the flower again, please?
Oh, I just mixed it together again. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to spotlight that video, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's move on.
Okay, fine. Sure. Okay. Now, hope all of you have done till the owl. Are you done? Or you want to do it later? Are you done with the owl? Now, what you have to do is you have to keep it for drying for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay. So it is completely dry. I would not recommend, whatever you have to do is you have to do it in 30 minutes because it starts setting after that. So if you want to clean the edges, if you want to, make some better impressions, do it then itself. Okay. And why I said that I want to create, these grooves and these impressions on the plate, because I'll show you how well, you can use two colors to create drama. All right. So I told you that you can use any color of your choice, but the first color that you use is a darker color. Why a darker color? Because only then it is visible. When the color settles in the groove, if you apply a lighter color and then a darker color, it will not be visible. Okay. So we'll be using two colors for this plate. So first color would be a darker color. I'll wipe it off and then I'll use a lighter metallic shade on the top. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. So I've got some black with me, and I'll paint the plate with a black color. Just observe it, because at the moment you can't do anything. You have to keep your plate for drying. You have any doubts, you can let me know right away. Don't worry if your impression is not coming out well. You can, actually clean it till the time it completely dries off. Okay, so you have made it once, you'll get small little particles. Clean it off once it is settled, once it is dry slightly, and you'll get very smooth edges like this. All right. Yeah. So what do we do is, I have black paint with me and we start painting the plate. Ensure that you are painting it in the grooves also. Just give me 1 minute. So I have my color ready here. Please excuse my messy palette. That's a nice name for a new Instagram page, right? Messy palette.
Let me just check if it is there or taken.
Sorry, taking.
Let me just check if it is there or it's taken.
Okay. So what do? You go berserk. You do it quickly, and you paint your owl. You paint whatever. If you are into cats, you can do that. If you're into dogs, penguins, llamas, Van Gogh. Van Gogh will be a good subject. You can even paint Van Gogh. Sorry, make Van Gogh plate like this with impressions. Okay. All right. And because black is very, very, very potent color, we don't have to do the complete plate, because there is a trick here that I'll show you, and it sort of suffices. A little color goes a long way. So what I'm doing is I'm only ensuring that color is there in the groove. All right, I don't want this color to dry off, so I'll be a bit quick here. what I normally am. Okay, so there,
While you're doing that, can you answer questions?
yes, I'll do that.
So there is somebody who's asked, are you mixing fabric glue with color?
No, I'm not. It's color right out of the bottle. No fabric glue.
I think the confusion is
glue.
because you use the fabric glue cap, it's next to you. So
Yes, I'll tell you exactly why where fabric glue will be used. Okay, just give me a second.
the
I'll
next
just
one,
finish this and I'll answer your query. Now we take a rough rag. Any rough rag. I don't want to use the complete thing, so I take a rag. The color. It's already dry. So I try my level best to wipe whatever extra color is there from the top. So you start seeing the color of the base. Can you see the color of the base? Can you start seeing the color of the base here? And look, what I have done is I have extended the color to all the edges. I did not paint the edges, but I have extended the color there while wiping it.
so another question is can we start painting while it is still drying or have to paint only after?
Right, let it dry a wee bit.
So you don't have to start painting after 40 minutes or you can paint it in 15-20?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So you can start painting it after 15-20 minutes?
Yes, after it starts settling, after it starts drying, you can start painting. Okay, can you see the owl now?
Yep. Very clear.
Perfect. Yes, because the dark color has gone into the grooves and you have, this being visible perfectly. So that's one of the tricks that we do in our center where we do a lot of DIYs. Okay, now if you want to color it with a metallic color, so that's what
I have a question.
Suggested. Yes.
So while you're doing, when you're rubbing off the paint, it looks like you're putting a little bit of a pressure on it. Is it that hard that it won't crack or break?
No, it's not hard. Actually, my paint was dry.
Acha.
I forgot keeping water with me, so it was dry, and that's why I rubbed it hard. Otherwise, it comes off very easily.
Acha.
Okay.
But will the plate break if it's?
No, not at all. Okay, I'll show you something.
Okay.
Probably the table will break, but not the plate.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's the strength, right? And now what do is, I love this color. This is pearl metallic gold. What do is, if you want to highlight something here, one of the portions here, say for example, I want to highlight the body here. What do is, just dry brush. Don't put any water, not too much of paint in it, and with a dry brush, just apply, or I would say dab a bit of color onto it. Can you see the difference between these two? The highlight in ocean. Okay, I go with the wing also. Right now, I'm liking it, so I'll do this with the eyes too. And the nose, and probably the leaves on the top. Okay, and the ruffles. And what else? What else? What else? I do this.
Sabina is asking if we need to remove the molded plate from the base
Yes.
first.
You can actually paint it on the plate also. Does not make too much of a difference. It's okay. Either ways, it's okay. But it's okay if you remove it. Your ceramic plate will not be spoiled. Nothing happens to mold it. Let it dry though. It should not get V-shaped. This looks like a, Queen Owl Cleopatra. I don't know a better word for that, but Owl Petra or Petra. So you can actually go berserk with your creativity. You can, paint it with different colors. You can create different patterns. The screaming man, the starry night, whatever under the sun you want, and voila. See. Shall I show you here? Is this?
Just give me a second to spotlight that. Just 1 second. Yeah.
All right. So if you think that you need to put more gold in there in the owl, you can do that also. You can actually rub the whole thing with gold or rub the whole plate with gold, and then also it looks very nice. But don't use too much of it. See, I'll just rub the whole plate with a bit of gold and show you. That also looks perfectly amazing. I've used a very dry brush for this, an old brush with which, the bristles are a bit hard, and I get this really nice texture. Just don't put extra. If you think that you put extra gold, just remove it. And it still works. You can do this with any color of your choice. You can do a black and white, but for that you need the black to be dry completely, because it will spoil the white for you. Or which one?
Here, the laptop one.
Okay. All right. So there, I've used a purple and I've used gold. So I can actually do more on this and make it completely purple. Gold, because purple is there in the grooves. I made a lot of dots in here. So you can actually create a lot with this. You can, use it for your center table. You can put it on the walls here. So put it on the wall. I'll be putting it on my rack. And somebody asked me why, you need a fabric glue. Okay, so when you have to mold the elements separately, you can't do it together. You need an adhesive to attach the elements to each other like this. I had molded this wand separately, and I had to attach it to this bottle. Okay, and of course, without fabric glue also you can do that, but it makes more sense to use an adhesive and attach it and something as strong as fabric glue, so that it does not come off at all. See, I'm pulling it with all my might and it is not coming off. Okay, so that's when we use fabric glue. I'll show you another one. Okay, this is a very, very old, plastic box. You get pastries in this. It has been, you have this plastic cover and you get laddus, you get chocolates, etc. in this, right? So what we have done is, all these mosaic pieces have been made using molded. There is foiling which has been done on this, and there is this Tibetan, Tibetan turquoise and coral effect that has been made, and all these have been stuck using fabric glue on top of the box, and this is something which is absolutely permanent. So when you have different elements and you have to stick them together, that's when you use fabric glue, right? So that is something little that I wanted to tell you in this workshop today. If you have any questions, do let me know. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to your creations. So, do we have to remove our plate from? Oh, yes, I answered this question. Yes. Any more questions that you have?
I have a question.
Yes.
So this box that you showed, how did you stick the clay to the box?
No, sorry. There is a question from Bandana. Can I answer that before
Sure.
I answer you?
Yes.
Okay. No, you have to remove the molded plate from the ceramic plate after it gets dried. You don't let it be there forever. Just let it take shape, let it dry slightly and remove it. Or you can let it dry fully and then remove it. Okay, right. So how did I do this? Okay, so I made a slab. Okay, and after making a slab, I had cut a few pieces from the slab, some square pieces, and with the help of fabric glue, I had stuck it on the box. So do you want me to show this to you? Do I have any more molded left? Yeah, I'll show you. Although the dough is almost ready to. Okay, so how do you make a mosaic? You can actually make tables using this technique. Dough is very stiff now, but that works better for me because I can cut very easily. I can cut mosaic of any shape, any size. So what do I do here is I take a cutter, take a paper cutter, or you can take a knife and cut small little. First cut it vertically and horizontally, anything will do. And so you get these pieces, okay? These squares, little squares like this, fine. So what do we do is we stick it onto a surface. What surface do I have here? Okay, right. I'll do it on this diary. What do I do now is I take a bit of fabric glue and I apply it. You can either paint it before sticking or you paint it afterwards, whatever works for you. So what do I do here is I take a bit of fabric glue and I apply it on to the surface. and stick the mosaic on top. Okay, this I do. It's a long process. It takes making such a thing takes a wee bit longer than what we have done in the workshop today. But because one has to be very, very precise when you're doing mosaic, you don't want to go wrong with it.
So do we wait for the clay to dry before sticking it?
It depends on you. Not necessary. You can actually stick it. It has to be semi-dry, at least semi-dry. Okay, not very, very sticky. Otherwise, it will get V-shaped. So that.
Awesome. So Akansha is
Right.
asking if you can use the plate to serve food or it's just for decoration.
No, it's epoxy. It is harmful. It cannot be used to serve food. It's only for decor.
Is there any way to make it food safe, like using a spray or something on top? Does that make it food safe?
I would not recommend. As Pidilite, we would not recommend doing that either.
What about serving drinks? You can put a glass on it and chai this.
Use it outside the glass, but not inside. Outside the glass, it's absolutely fine, but not inside.
Awesome. Wow.
All right, guys. My pleasure, Kansha.
So can we have more people show us their faces now? We'll be taking a selfie with Bhavna. Wow, and you can show us your plates also. Oh, that's a sweet owl there, Divyaji. Hi, Sajid. Hi, Sabina ji. Hi, Tanvi. Tanvi's computer still seems to be...
Tell me what you have done. Show me what you have done.
Beautiful. Wow. Shalini's made a face there. Woman.
Nice. Awesome. I'm loving it. Very nice.
So you can all show your plates up and we can take a screenshot. Anshu, can you do that, please?
That's very nice, Vijay. Diganta. Awesome.
See mine.
Nice.
Diganta, can I buy that? What you made?
Very, very,
Very
cute.
nice.
Sabina, awesome. Thumbs up.
Thank you.
Wow, unbelievable. You know, like sitting from home, from distance, you managed this, guys. Phenomenal. Kudos to you, Bhavna. Let's give her a round of applause, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was absolutely my pleasure.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Guys, if you can switch on your videos, we'll take a group photo before everyone leaves.
Hi, Akhtar.
I'll switch on mine as well.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, and smile.
Super. Super.
Amazing. Okay, great. Thanks a lot again.
Thank
Bhavna.
you so much.
Please do tell us if anybody wants to get in touch with you separately. Is there a social media page or handle that they can follow for Pidilite or for you personally? Please let us know.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, you can follow us on www.hobby. On Instagram, we are there as Hobby Ideas India. On Facebook also, we are there as Hobby Ideas. We have a very big group which is Pedicle Hobby Ideas. You can follow us there. You can be a part of the community. And if you want to get in touch with me personally, you can mail me at Bhavna, bhavana.mishra@pidilite.com.
Perfect. Perfect then. That's great. Divya ji, I think Divya wants to ask something. She raised her hand.
It was absolutely my pleasure, Divya.
Please.
I think it's stuck.
Okay. No problem.
No, I wasn't asking anything. It's ring the bell. I was just typing.
Understood. Yeah,
But
you
I enjoyed it.
perfect. So yeah, guys, don't forget to tag when you put it on your Instagram handles or social media, and do connect with ADI, and look forward to our next event as well. We'll look forward to having you here. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Stay
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Bye.
Krishan. Thank you,
Thank you,
Bhavna.
Bhavna.
Thank you.
Bye.
How can you come to know about more such workshops?
Sure. You can follow us, follow
Thanks,
ADI
Krishna.
at ADI.community on Instagram. And you can go on our website and become a member. We send out regular mails.
Yeah, you can put your website.
ADI.org.in.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.